What is up, everybody? I am back with my episodic MythCraft review. I took a week off because I'm always talking about like, man, I want to be a voice actor, man, I want to record, get a gig, all these things. And then I get sick or I have a sinus infection, and then I'm just I can't breathe, I can't talk, I can't stop sniffling. And I'm like, do I want to be a voice actor? Do I want to do anything with this stuff? When I get sick, oh my God. But anyway, I was sick. I'm better now. I listened to the last episode of MythCraft while I was sick, so my notes are not the best. Apologize. This is probably going to be a short review, but hey, all the more reason to go listen to MythCraft and enjoy that. But let's just hop right into it. This is episode 3. I think as of right now, they're on episode 14. Got a bit to catch up because I want to do these weekly. I'm thinking about just skipping to doing a big recap and skipping to the end, so I can do these weeklies as they come out. Because man, I got some theories. I'm ready to just like throw some theories out there and all that. There we go. So anyway, episode 3, Left Side Story. We pick up a day after the battle. I think it's the morning after the battle. Everybody's waking up. I think they're still on the boat after the big pirate battle. They all chit chat for a bit, kind of still talking to each other, doing that whole thing and everything. Lucian's working on a story for Old Man Harlow, in which I really like that. Lucian, he's a troubadour, something like that, a bard. So he's writing tales and stuff about people, and I really love how Roger plays Lucian. He doesn't forget to like, hey, that person's interesting. I need to write a story about that person. He does not forget that about his character, because after you play a character for so long, you're like, I forget to do this, this is only episode 3, but he is very much like, that person's interesting. I'm gonna write a story about him. I'm gonna sing a song about him. Let me write down the tales of his antics. So I really like that about Lucian. Lucian ends up talking to Kiris about they could possibly be blamed for kidnapping a whole bunch of people, because I think like half their party is like, they got Hildegard, they got Thistle. I mean, Friend's technically a child, I guess. I don't know. How old is Friend? I think he did talk about like his creator created him. I think he's like 2 or 3, actually. His creator created him not too long ago, because I want to say he said 100 moons? Or 100 nights? No, it's like 300 nights or something. I don't remember, but I think he's like 3. So like they kidnapped a whole bunch of children, and then they're like, we could just blame this on Old Man Harlow. Just say Old Man Harlow kidnapped a whole bunch of kids and coerce us into doing whatever. We find out from Thistle's class. God, I gotta learn this stuff. But from Thistle's class, she is able to she's kind of like a artificer, I guess, a little bit, where she can make weapons and build things and kind of like spend time learning about something so she can like make it better. So Thistle is learning how to make a crossbow. She's on the ship and she's like, let me look at these gears and stuff. And I think that's really cool when characters spend time learning what their characters. That's one reason why I like starting from level 1, is that your character just doesn't have that subclass or know how to do that thing. It's like they're looking into learning about how to do that thing, and then they're able to do that thing. So I really like that. Kiris is bothering Elmwish. He's driving the boat, and Kiris is asking him a lot of questions. He's being super vague with her. And man, every question that Kiris asks, gets a really vague answer or like hardly no answer at all. Because the question she asked, she's very straightforward. She's very straightforward and kind of like cutthroat. Like, hey, I need to know the answer to this question right now. Yes or no. And a lot of people don't want to answer those questions. But Elmwish was one of those people. He just kind of gave her like the customer service answer. There's no war in Bossing Say. Oh yeah, that is something that I actually want to talk about. That for even where we are right now, Elmwish was talking about the cult or like the land he was from. I forgot where Elmwish is from, but he was talking about the land that he was from, and he was like, you know, where we're from, we believe that the Kaijin will come back. And I remember that Kyle did the episode 0 or episode 1. He did the intro and he started talking about the Kaijin and everything. And I was like, that's foreshadowing. Somebody's going to bring back a Kaijin and they're going to have to stop it or it's going to be pretty bad. So, I'm really interested in that. That's why you go back and listen to things. Because Elmwish was like, where we're from, we really think the Kaijin. And like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's like a Mandalorian thing where they're just sleeping under the water or something. Or is it like they're dormant? Somebody has to like sacrifice some children or something. Maybe, I don't know. But I now like, especially with this speak of war and stuff, I think one country is going to be like, surprise, we got a Kaijin. What you got? But yeah, there was another thing. It's like, I think Kaijin only fight other Kaijin from attacking land. So maybe somebody's going to learn. All right, we going off in theory, but maybe somebody's going to learn how to control a Kaijin and then use that to like do things. Yes, the old famous do things. They spend a week getting to know each other. They're on the boat, kind of bonding, getting to know each other, talking, chit-chatting, blah, blah, blah. Kira sees that Elmwish isn't at the helm and tries to steer the boat, but he was prepared for that. It was like one of my favorite little bits in MythCraft. Is Kyrus is like, I think you're going the wrong way, or it would be faster. She's backseat driving, and Elmwish is like, kind of like nonchalantly like, I got this. Don't worry about this. You know, north is that way. I know we're going that way. And then Kyrus is like, I think north is that way. Just a little to the left. And he leaves the helm and Kyrus tries to like steer the ship, but finds out that he has it on like autopilot type thing. He's cast a spell on it so he can like control the ship while he's doing other things. And she gets pissed. So they make it to the town that they want to get to, which I think is not Posh. God, I forgot the town, and it's not in my notes. Years? But anyway, they make it to the town, and they end up meeting the queen. God, I forgot how to say her name. Anyway, they meet the queen, and everybody gives their introductions. They all sound pretty much the same. And then they get to old man Harlow, and he's like, what's for lunch? I'm hungry. I thought that was hilarious because everybody was like, I'm at your service, my queen. Whatever can I do for you? And Harlow's just like, you got some good food here? One thing that I think is really cute is while they're eating, because they eventually move on and they go find food. Friend is real protective of Hildegard, and when he found her, he knows that she didn't have a good meal. She was a very long time before she got to eat anything. She was basically really poor. almost, she's homeless. Yeah, she's technically homeless, homeless orphan. So Friends is very protective of her, and he would hide food in his body for her just in case she gets hungry again, because you never know when your last meal is going to be. So he's been like hiding food in his body. So he had like I think some soup or something, and he like dumps this old moldy food out. Bread, it was bread. He dumped this old moldy bread out and then put the food that they were eating in his body. And the queen spots it and whatever. She's just like, whatever, it's food, you know. Lucian kind of talks to the queen about like why everybody is kind of giving them the stink eye. The queen's just like, oh, you're just new here, so nobody really trusts you. But since you're here talking to me, no harm will come to you. Everything will be all right, type thing. And he's just like, oh, okay, you know, so new land, new people, don't really trust you. I don't know exactly. And I've rewind this like 4 times. And again, I was sick when this happened. Oh, I was out of it. Lucian says something, and I'm gonna go to the Discord and be like, what did Lucian say to Harlow? Lucian says something when talking to the queen and kind of talking to everybody, and Harlow's like, what did he say? And he kind of like drops his fork and is staring at Lucian, and everybody's like, what's the matter, Harlow? And Harlow's like, I narrow my eyes at you. So Lucian said something, and Harlow was like, But the queen informs everybody that they will get started in the morning. They came here to complete a task, and the queen was like, you have some good food, have a good night's rest, and a good comfortable bed, and in the morning we will figure out where we're going from here. And that is how the episode ends. Again, I was real out of it when I listened to this episode. But from my notes, I think this was a really good episode. A bit of picked up on the foreshadowing. I'll be sad if no Kaijin wakes up. If Kyle's like, oh man, I was never gonna use the Kaijin, I'm gonna be sad. But yeah, this episode, solid episode, a lot of character development. We moved the story along. It's so hard to move a story along with 6 to 5 people playing and just to keep everybody focused. It's so hard to do that. And it's like I've learned that you could spend an hour and 30 minutes in front of a store, in front of a shop, because your players are like, let's joke around right here. So being able to get from a ship, a boat, to meet the queen, to getting ready to start their mission, it takes some serious skills. God, because players are so easily distracted. Once they find something funny, you're at least spending 20 minutes there. But yeah, solid episode, 9 out of 10. I really like this crew. Go hop in the Discord. I said I was gonna. It's not the Homebrew Discord. I know why they did it. They have the MythCraft Discord, and then they have the Homebrew Discord, because MythCraft is his own thing. But I was like, why did they put the podcast not in the Homebrew? But yeah, join the MythCraft Discord. A whole bunch of nice people. You get to talk to everybody. You get to chit chat with everybody. Gets to throw your theories out there. Everybody's super nice. Go talk to them. Go have some fun. And as always, thanks for tuning in to Miles TV. Bye.